Diary, I made a friend today. I bumped into this guy at the park and caused the both of us to fall to the ground. My bad. Of course I apologized profusely, but that's when I noticed he's been crying. The poor guy's clearly having a bad day. So being the sweetie that I am, I locked arms with him and offered to buy him treats. After all, I can't just leave such a pitiful soul alone. So I made it my mission to make him smile at least once, and I did it. I was just being silly, but he seemed to have liked that. It was so rewarding. I call this a successful day. Dear Diary, I seem to have a stalker in my hands. Joking, of course, but it seems like I keep running into my friend from the park. At least he seems to enjoy my company, and I don't blame him. I'm just like candy. You can't help but like me. Then again, it's bad to have too much candy. Anyways, one day I noticed how red his cheeks were. Of course I was worried, so I touched our heads together to see if he was sick, but that's when he ran away, and he was hiding his face too. Such a strange guy. At least it was a fun day. Dear Diary, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I've been losing many of my things. I've lost some of my underwear, my toothbrush, and even the key to my home. Good thing I have a spare. It's annoying, but I'm sure they'll pop up eventually. Dear Diary, I have a new neighbor, and he's so kind. He's going through the effort of introducing himself to everyone while offering gifts. I can tell he's going to fit right in, though he does play his music a little too loudly. Dear Diary, today was eventful. Park guy approached me with a bouquet of flowers, and he said he loved me. He's great, but I only thought of him as a friend. Yes, I'm free for the taking, but my heart is already spoken for. Not by a person, but you know what I mean. I had to reject him, and obviously he wasn't happy. I hate making people cry. I always prefer insane laughter or wild smiles. Not this. But now I can't wait to see where this will go. Dear Diary, the strangest thing happened. I decided to be a sweetie and give the new neighbor treats as my own way of welcoming him. We talked for a while, and he seemed to have really liked my sweets, so I promised to make him more. But the next day, he didn't answer his door, so I had to leave the treats outside, assuming he'll get them later. But he never did. Suddenly, there was a foul smell coming from his home, and the police arrived. I think he's no longer with us. What a shame. I was hoping to play with him a little longer. Dear Diary, do I have a secret admirer? Someone is leaving gifts outside my door, but these gifts are unusual to say the least. At least I know what happened to my neighbor. Anyways, I hope I get candy next time. Dear Diary, I ran into the park guy again. Will I remember his name? No. Anyways, I think he's been avoiding me, but no one can escape me. And it was great timing that I found him. He looked so depressed. Obviously, I'm not going to ignore him. So just like before, I offered to buy him treats. But sadly, I couldn't get him to smile, no matter how hard I tried. And the only times he spoke was when he asked me if there was anything he could do to get me to love him. I wasn't going to lie to him, so I said he couldn't. He then stormed off, and I was stuck eating all the sweets by myself. More for me, I guess. Dear Diary, I died. Your home is meant to be your safe space, but it ended up becoming the place where I got decapitated. Honestly, I'm a little offended. He claims he loves me, yet he only takes my head. Then again, he did stab my heart multiple times, so I should cut him some slack. My body isn't in its best shape, and my face is the moneymaker. Oh, and one more thing. Not surprising, but I still enjoy the taste of death. My visits are always pleasant, but I know it doesn't last. Eventually, my body got to work and stumbled all the way to Park Guy's place. I think I gave him quite the fright. He backed up until he hit the wall as my body placed its head back on. Once it was secured, I approached him and he was speechless. I had to reassure him that I didn't mind that he killed me. In fact, I was happy because, again, I always enjoy my visits with death. And because I was so thankful, it was only right that I reward him. So you know what I did? I gave him a sweet and innocent kiss. Aren't I generous? Oh, but here's the problem. I sometimes forget that my kisses aren't exactly safe. Oops. In my defense, he isn't the first monster I created. At least I'm doing my job right. And honestly, I think he's cuter now. Maybe I will give him a chance.
Hope you enjoyed.